Hello Virgos, welcome in, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. I am Lisa and this is North Star Energy Healing. Today is Sunday, July 6th, and I am doing a bonus reading for the 3 signs with the most views of my July energies that I did last week, and you were one of those. Not surprising. Virgo is a big supporter of my channel and I appreciate you all so much. Okay, so we are doing coffee cupping cards, as you probably saw in the description. All right, let's start with the cup. Shoot. I don't know why recently some of the liquid is not coming out. Some of the liquid is not coming out like it used to, but that's just the way it is, I guess. Okay, so let me see here. What do we have? This, so it looks, this right here reminds me, first I heard bucking bronco, then I heard bull rider, and now it looks like a kid. Do you know what a soapbox derby is? Like a little tiny car that kid, like a go-kart. So I don't know what kind of crazy ride you're on, Virgos, but between the bucking bronco, the bull riding, and the soapbox derby, it seems like you feel like, or what they're giving me the sense of is feeling like you're being thrown all over the place in many different directions, trying to get your footing, trying to get stabilized. You'll have to let me know in the comments if that relates. Right after that, I see a bumblebee. Could be a honeybee. Honey is sweet. The sweetness of life is what we're reminded of with a honeybee. Okay, let me see. Now I see somebody trying to balance on a fulcrum. You know what that is? So there's a triangle here and then a flat board, and there's somebody on that board trying to keep things balanced. Wow, Virgos. What's going on? What's going on? So between the chaos of the first one and now it's showing somebody trying to balance themselves on a fulcrum. I think that's what that's called. I'm pretty sure it is. But it's like a triangular piece, and it's got a flat board on top, but somebody on this one is standing on it, laying on it, sitting on it, trying to balance. Holy smokes. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now they're showing, so right here, it's like a 3-tiered balancing act. The person on the bottom kind of has a next person, and their hands are kind of up. It looks like the next person's foot is on the bottom person's head and hands, and then above them on their leg is another person balancing. Wow. Balance, 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 and maybe a little bit of chaos going on, Virgos. And I know you hate that because you are, have a perfectionist nature. You like things to be, all in line, ducks in a row, so to speak. And that doesn't feel like the energy you have right now. Now they're showing me, okay, so this right here, I don't know if some of you are young, you may not remember it, but as kids, in my generation, and my son even had one, but I had to get it at a specialty store. There were these wooden toys on wheels, and you kind of pull the string, and it could be anything, a horse, I don't know, I'm trying to think. He had a grasshopper. So when he pulled it, the legs kind of spun around and went up and down, and you could pull the grasshopper along. But there are other ones. They're just showing me like a sheep, like a wooden sheep on wheels, like a kid's toy. So, I mean, that can kind of give the feeling of somebody stringing you along, somebody pulling you along. It's almost like you don't have a choice because you're on that fulcrum, or you're standing on that platform with wheels, and somebody's pulling you. So really think about that, Virgos. Is there somebody that's stringing you along, or something that feels like that to you? All right, let's go deeper into the... Now I see, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. So right down here is a person who's kind of holding and balancing like 3 platters. If just looking at it, it looks like 3 turkeys on 3 different platters, and the person is trying to hold them all up. So, I mean, they don't have to be turkey. That's just the way that it looks to me. Right here. The person and the 3 platters of food. Jeepers creepers, Virgos, please let me know what's going on. Those of you that it's your reading. Okay, let me see. 3 people balancing, 3 pledge. So threes are important. And then they gave me 3 examples with the bucking bronco, the bull rider, and the soapbox derby. So 3 and 3 and 3. All right, let me look at the bottom of the cup. Still a little bit of water there. I don't know what that is. Spirit, what are you trying to show me? I'm trying to figure out if there's something there or if it's... I mean, it looks like 2 people with their backs to each other. So one person is holding this really big, I don't know what it could be, or hanging on to like an obelisk shape, and the other person has their back turned. It's almost like somebody is holding on to something that not sharing it with you, something that you want or you need, and they're kind of hiding it from you. Jeepers. I don't like to give messages like that, but I have to give you what Spirit gives me. All right, here's your plate. See what we can see here. So, really weird. Right here in the birch tree, can you see that face? Right there. When I'm looking at it in the camera, it looks like Ganesh, exactly, with the dots over the head. Like, I think it has... Ganesh has elephant's trunk and then like gold around the head. When I look at it on the plate, I can see it a little bit. It looks better in the... I don't know if you can see that. Where are you, Lisa? Right there. Shoot, I'm dripping right there. So Ganesh is an Indian god, and I'll have to look up the meaning. Goddess, maybe? Okay, let's see what else we have. You know what? I better do that before I forget. All right, just let me see. Ganesh. Ganesha. Known as Ganapati, Vinayaka, or Palayar, is one of the best known, most worshipped deities in the Hindu pantheon and is the supreme god. Okay. Elephant-headed Hindu god of beginnings, who is traditionally worshipped before any major enterprise and is the patron of intellectuals, bankers, scribes, and authors. His name means Lord of the People and Lord of the Ganas. Ganesha is the chief of the Ganas, the goblin hosts of Shiva. Ganesha is pot-bellied and generally depicted... Okay, I don't need all that. I just wanted to know... This is kind of a longer explanation. Oh my gosh. So, I guess mostly the god of beginnings, Lord of the People, Lord of the Ganas, chief of the goblin hosts of Shiva. Okay, sorry. All right, now, is there anything else? Ganesh or Ganesha? I'm trying to see if the big... I'm not really seeing a lot. They're not giving me much, which is really weird because there's a lot of grounds on your plate, but they're really, really quiet. I'm not hearing or seeing anything other than that. Okay, that's all right. That's the way it's supposed to be. All right, let's see now. All right, now we'll move on to the tarot portion. So from the Earth Power Oracle, you have the Ajanta Caves. This, it looks like Buddha holding a lotus flower. Enlightenment is a journey. I show compassion to myself and all living beings. I can be centered within chaos. Oh my gosh. All that chaos that we saw in the cup, you need to remain centered, okay? Because you can do it. All my past lives have brought me to this perfect moment of realization and wisdom. Wow. Wow. I want to see where those are, so I'm going to look in the book. Just give me 1 second. Ajanta Caves. It's in India. Wow. Okay. Jeepers creepers. So Ganesh, Ajanta Caves. Okay, what's next? Oh my goodness. Goblins. We just had that mentioned. Ganesha is the chief of the Ganas, the goblin hosts of Shiva. And on top of this deck is a Shiva stone. That's what I keep on top of that. Everything tying in. Wow, wow, wow. Number 5. Fives are change. Goblins. Fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. Okay, so don't let those goblins get in there and keep you from forgiving, right? And choosing love. Number 7, reflection. Into the unknown. She has a bird there, which is messages from spirit, wisteria. She's on a balcony and she's dangling a key with wings. She has a golden key with wings, but she has a blindfold on. Into the unknown. Trust and all will be revealed. Trust and all will be revealed. Wow. That is a lot of profoundness in your oracle cards. Okay. Let's move on to the tarot. Now that we've done your coffee cup and your oracle cards, let's see what the tarot has to add for my beautiful Virgos. What do we have to add to this for my Virgos, please? We're going to use the Journey to Oz and Wonderland deck. Let's see what comes out. For my Virgos, please. What is the message from the tarot? We've already had some profound ones. I can't believe goblins has something to do with Ganesha, which we saw on the plate, and then you have a card that says goblins. So watch out for those goblins that are, they're not, fear is false evidence of appearing real. So be sure that you stand in love, stay in love, even through the chaos, right? I will reread, especially the Ajanta Caves. So Ganesha being a Hindu god and the Ajanta Caves being in India. Profound, Virgos, really, honestly, just unbelievable sometimes how spirit ties all this together. I'm in awe of it. I don't know how it happens. I truly don't. I wish I did. I wish that I knew how this can all happen. How spirit and my guides can make certain cards come out. I really do. It's just an amazing thing. Amazing thing. Someday when I cross over, I'll have the answers and I'll know how this all worked. But right now, as a human being on the earth, I have no clue whatsoever. Oh my gosh. 2 of those cards came out in, I think it was the Cancer bonus. The Knight of Cups and the Six of Pentacles came out in the Cancer. And you can hear me shuffling. It's not like I'm not shuffling these cards. I also shuffle them before I put them away. When I put the cards back from another reading, I give them a shuffle or 2 before I put them up under their crystal. So if you have any Cancer placements in your chart, you may want to go watch that Cancer video. Ace of Pentacles. The Silver Slippers, which they were in the book, not ruby slippers like they were in the movie, or are in the movie. Oh my gosh. That card, did that come out in Cancer's reading? I can't remember. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. 2 aces, Virgos. Wowzers. Okay. All right. Let's take these out in the order in which they came. Oh, shoot. Okay. All right. So your first card out is the Knight of Cups. This is love and nurturing. You already go, it's forward moving action in love and nurturing. It can be the romance card. For those of you that are single or looking for romance, this could mean one is on the way. But I think you already had a message about coming from a place of love and nurturing. I would be more leaning towards that. The empath is the hungry tiger. And I'll have to read you that message. I don't have it memorized. This is an extra card in the deck. It is card number 23, which is a 5, which is change. Second 5, you had a 5 there. And then is the 6 of Pentacles. This is watching out where your money's going, your 401ks, your checking, your savings, your credit cards. Keep an eye on that, right? 6 of Pentacles, things may not be going exactly where you want them to go. The Ace of Pentacles, this is something new to do with your work or how you earn your money, how you earn your living, and how you pay your bills. So I love this card because in the book, it's silver slippers, and that's what the card is called. But they put a ruby in the card because they know most of us, most people, are familiar with the ruby slippers. But the Ace of Pentacles is something new happening with your job. It doesn't necessarily have to be a new job. It can just be that things maybe change or are different. But it can be a new job. Then you have the Knight of Pentacles. So you have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Moving ahead with love and nurturing. Moving ahead slowly to do with your job. And that is right side by side with the Ace of Pentacles. So maybe some slow forward moving action as far as your job, how you earn your living. Maybe you're thinking about opening up a business or doing something different. And this is just telling you that it may be going a little bit slowly, but that's all right. And then you have the Ace of Wands. Now, this is fast-moving offer. The Ace of Wands is Glinda's wand, and this is somebody literally offering you some sort of opportunity, some sort of chance to do something with your knowledge or what you have. It could be a promotion at work. It could be, it could be anything. But so you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Those things together, those cards together, do seem like it's work related, as well as the Knight of Pentacles moving forward slowly. All right, let's look at the empath card, which is kind of right at the center here, and see what that's all about. If I can find it. The empath. It is a beautiful card. It's a tiger with a lamb between his paws, his feet, his legs. And that wouldn't be typical because typically the tiger would eat the lamb. Empathy, feeling, understanding, compassion, sympathy, caring, and kindness. Support, connection, and community. So how can you apply all of those to this reading, right? This is about community and empathy, feelings, understanding, things like that. The quote from the book is from the tiger. If I had no conscience, I would probably eat the babies and get hungry again, which would mean that I had sacrificed the poor babies for nothing. No, hungry I was born, and hungry I shall stay. So it's kind of about not throwing someone under the bus or not stepping on someone's toes, not stepping on someone's head so that you can get ahead, so that you can win, right? That's kind of what that is. The hungry tiger embodies profound empathy, intuitively connecting with others' emotions and needs. This empathetic nature brings comfort and support to those around them, fostering emotional understanding and harmony. Okay, so that's a message about emotional understanding and harmony. So let's go back and look again. So Ajanta Caves. Enlightenment is a journey. I show compassion to myself and all living beings. Going right along with that empath card. And this right, they're right above, it's right above it, right? Same colors too. Look at that. I can be centered within chaos, the stuff from your coffee cup, right? Then you had that goblins card, not letting fear get in there. Not letting fear get in there, I think was that, right? Fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. Going also along with that empathy card. The empath, I should say. So maybe Virgos, there's been some wrongdoing, and then into the unknown. Trust, and all will be revealed. Yeah, we have to have trust when we're moving ahead, especially in our spiritual journeys. Okay, let's get an animal oracle. I mean, this is overall, you're going forward, something new. 2 aces, 2 knights. That's forward moving. The only card that isn't that is the 6 of Pentacles. And remember, this is a reminder to check on your finances, your spending, your saving, your spending, your credit card, your 401k, anything like that. It's just a reminder to check on those things. Make sure that your money is going where you want it. Oh my gosh, the lion came out. Was that in Cancer? I don't remember. I can't believe some of the same card. I've done 3 readings today, and some of the same cards are coming out. So that's really weird to me. You know, with all the amount of shuffling that I do, to have the same cards come out is nuts. All right, I guess that's the only one. 29, which is an 11. Lion. Be a courageous leader. Lead with pride. Yes. Be proud of where you've come from. Be proud of where you're going. Be proud of who is following you, who you may be teaching, who you may be leading. Be proud of them. But most of all, be courageous, right? Be courageous, be empathetic, and move ahead with love. Okay, Virgos, I hope you've enjoyed this coffee cup and card reading as much as I've enjoyed doing it for you. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.